Hi, I'm Dr. Sarin, deals with narcissistic recovery and survival program. Today's our episode is going to be all about the 7 reasons why a narcissist doesn't love their children and but they want their children with themselves. So today we are going to discuss about this topic. Welcome to again everyone because it's a very special topic. It's very interesting and let's get started. Today I am going here to address a question that get all the time people wonder why do narcissists have children or what I would call pathological narcissists. Yeah, not simple narcissist. Pathological narcissist is very common we can use in medical terms. So now I just to be clear, psychologically damaged people have children. If you just use logic, you would think and why does a selfish person who's entitled, who's always want to be on stage or having everyone look at him and appreciated them to be enamored with what they say they do, why would they want to have a child come into their life and take all that away from them? Why would they want to have a child that eventually they are going to feel burned, abandoned, neglection, abusing? That's what. In case of narcissistic people, they want their child. In case of divorce, they want their child back because children are the extension of them, and they have their own fantasy about family life. So. Their family life will fulfill only with children or kids, so they want their children back with their extension. They doesn't have any love, any care to that children's, but they're just acting like they are very perfect parent in the counselors or into counselors and even court also they will used to do the things like that. So to addressing they are a very perfect parent and they want their children back like that. So if they get to the children's also they doesn't get any love, any proper care. They will get only neglection, abandonment or abusing from this narcissistic parent. It's actually happening. I have seen many cases, so that's why I witness in those cases. So that's what I told you. I tell you why the entitled, grandiose, vain people want to have children back. Let me first explain about personality disorders here. So in the mental health field, we diagnose individuals who have psychological problems, challenges, disorders. It's very similar than medical doctors. Yeah, if we are going to treat someone, provide a solution that could potentially help them, we have to clarify them or correctly, we should correct them. So we know that what we have, someone has personal disorders. So here I apologize for those who are really well read and studied about what I am going to guess. That's what it is, 11 to 13 of them. So that's what in one of my narcissistic texts is there. In that paragraph it's already written. So if you have interested, I will give link in description box for reading that book. Now we are coming to our point. If you have personality disorder, you doesn't know that you have to see the problem that you have seen others, especially those that I consider pathological narcissism. If you just told them, why will get very angry or very defensive? Yes, if you told them that you have this problem, you have this personality disorder, they always get very anger and very defensive they will be, because they have a narcissistic injury which you told that because happening there is a narcissistic injury, then eruption of anger, retaliation and sometimes abuse also will happen. They are also very fragile, but they don't know, they are unable to look into mirror, they are unable to metaphorically and realistically see who that person is with all their flaws and accept that. That's what, if they are seeing mirror, they want that reflection in very perfect reflection. If you say that in with their face that you are something wrong in your inside, they will get blast because their injury, that narcissistic injury is happening, that they cannot tolerate. That's why who that person is with all their flaws and accept that and want to do everything about him. If you should try to send that person to treatment or therapy, now you are thinking that if you this person will get some treatment or some therapy, he will be better. Now you are deciding and you are going to bring that person, the probability is extremely low that that person will take the therapy continuously. That's what they will go, and if they should go, they will have a narcissistic injury or eruption of shame or rage, and they will quit the therapy very recent. Very soon they will quit the therapy. The prognosis to help these individuals is very low, in some cases close to zero. So person have pathological narcissism want to be in love just like the common person, self yeah, that's what. But they have all fantasy they have in their life. They want a perfect family image, but they cannot fulfill that. They just make, but they cannot fulfill, or they cannot maintain that family life. That is their major problem. They have incredibly anxiety and fear about being alone, and I call that many of you already know this pathological loneliness. They have all shame that goes all the way back to their childhood. That is so big. The brain devised the strategy of them. It not have to be enumerate or bothered by it. It removes the memories that create the shame mainly. Even in every cases of this narcissistic person have tragic childhood, mainly seen. Not everyone, but someone they will get by birth only, that narcissistic character. But some people they used to get from their surroundings. They used to by they getting that narcissistic traits. So that I am telling in this people that childhood trauma will be in their inside. That's what, their loneliness, everything. That's why they doesn't love loneliness. They want someone with them. That's what they want, family. That is so big. The brain advised the strategy for them to not to have to be enamored or bothered by it. Removes the memories of their created and doesn't want they to remember those memories of their childhood trauma. So they will blast. They doesn't get a doesn't tolerate those things. So that's what they creating in a brain one system that to forget the childhood trauma. This during this attachment phase of their life, because of attachment trauma, they sequestered their memories in a part of the brain called amygdala. Have you heard this word amygdala? It's a part of brain. So they have a fantasy just like all of have healthy people who are suffering, not suffering mental health problems, dysfunction. They all have, even a narcissistic person have that fantasy world. They have fantasy to get married and to have children and to live happily. That's what. Ever after, whatever that means, how that ended. That is what is ending up. It's very different from common people. But even narcissistic people also have that, that what I should say, that happy, that wanting, they are wanting that family, that happy family. They want that. That's what I coming to say. So now we are coming, the people with antisocial personality disorder or sociopath are very conscious of this, and for the most part of this video doesn't really address sociopathy. That's what I'm just skipping about sociopathy and all. So narcissists want to be very normal life, want to be happy, want to have what he or she never had growing up. And that part is conscious, but what they don't know is the need to have children is this very uh, unsuccessful way that their mind is trying to work out their trauma and health. If they have children, they will feel better to to forget those childhood trauma. That's what. It will help them feel good about who they are and what they can become. So I call this good parent fantasy for the most part is universal. Everyone who wants child has a fantasy of when they grow up. Yeah, that's what. Everyone have that fantasy and want to get married and have a child. Being father, mother, and having children will take away their pain from what happened to them when they were going healthy people with self love, abundance. They want children because of the wonder of beauty. That, if you know, I am at a loss of words because having my son, yeah, that's what. Even healthy minded people. For example, I used to say, my son was the best thing that I ever happened to me. That's what for a common parent. But bringing a child into this world, helping that child be happy, satisfied and productive individual. But in case of narcissist, will not to be like a reflection of them. Yeah, actually that. Child is coming from the narcissistic parent, it's eventually they become narcissist only later. That is another one. Only maybe they will become narcissist, maybe they become a victim of a narcissistic under control of a narcissist. So it will become like that, pattern of that narcissistic parenthood is like that. So but narcissists want to have children to fulfill themselves, good, to somehow heal, fix and overcome the shame of the trauma has been pushed down in their unconscious, go away or soothe them. They have one dimensional fantasy about being a parent. They are the dimension. It is all about how this child will make them feel, even though they have uh, their own fantasy life, their ideas of having child, loving them, they loving child. But when the, yeah, that's what. But when the rubber hit the road, it actually happened, they become apparent. Anyhow, they wanted like that life only, but they cannot they cannot make life like that because they are most dangerous or most toxic people. They cannot handle even their own kids too. So narcissistic parent fabric of relationship is stained by motives beyond that affection. Narcissists are drawn by image, so they are driven by how they are seen in public, so they need to look good. To unhold a favorable public image leads to a complex and damaging relationship with their children. They use their children to like a trophy, necessity object, but never truly connect with them. That's what. In case of narcissistic children, the children doesn't know they are using by someone, they are using by their own parents, because the narcissist they think that it's something like that they have to manipulate it with their children, and they make them as a trophy or necessity, source of supply. They use children as like that, so they doesn't have any connection with them, but they used to do like these things. They have not seen their children into separate individual. That's what they doesn't. It's all about their control only, their children. So they're separate individual, separate personality who have right to grow, to expand, to explore on their terms. Absolutely not, because the children, if they grown up not in toddler stage or something like that, if they grown up something they can understand, or they become the another type of they have their own identity things, they that time they doesn't like these kids, because they have their own opinion about everything, so that narcissist doesn't tolerate. So they see the children as possessions. They are allowed to own and use whatever way they want. So today we are going to discuss the seven that things how narcissistic parent want from that kids, or what we told seven reasons they doesn't love their children, that we should prove that this one prove in this video. So first one, narcissistic parent shows affection for their public approval. That's why they do this display primarily aimed at garnering admiration and approval from others. I already told, told every videos, because they are driven by images for society. So society was want to see them as a perfect couple or perfect family, like that they want from their inside. So that's why they are it's not reality. You can see in your friends, maybe they are not narcissistic, but it is a trait that they used to, every time they used to upload photos in Instagram or something, Facebook, every social medias. They used to put so many photos, videos, videos. But actually, it doesn't not real thing. Not, I'm not saying to everybody. I'm saying some people. Some people is just show off, just showing off that I am happy, or my family is very together, or my family is not like your family. They showing that they are very nice couple, perfect couple, and society also used to see like that way. So that's what narcissistic people, they want that. The next one, idealization of toddler stage. Toddler stage, it's about starting 1.5 to 3 years, up to 3 years, or like that toddler stage. So they idolize you when you are very young, because that is very young age. Narcissists favor that toddler stage, because that time we doesn't know how to talk, how to express the thing, we doesn't know. So this narcissistic will use that stage. So the children lives at there when they receive abandon, attention and compliments from others. Regarding child, the focus on parents' role at this stage rather than child development, of course, result in an attention that is shallow and self-serving when you are toddler. You cannot talk narcissists. So narcissists love that silence. They do what they want to do. You are totally obedient. You cannot do anything because you are so small. You are unaware of things. So they will utilize that. You will be totally obedient. What narcissistic parents are telling, you just do. That's what. There is no child-parent relationship. It's all about owning things. Yes. The parent used to tell, the narcissistic parent used to tell, you are my child, so you should do what I am saying. That's what. Child is always looking for them, but child is always crying for you. For them, that narcissistic parent, child is always wanting to be around, but for inside, or inside that child parent relationship is nothing, but showing off is more. You can understand what I am saying. For every single narcissist of theirs, this form of validation is highest form of during the narcissist. That's why narcissists really love when children are too young, because they doesn't know, they are unaware of things. But they start to hate when children becomes an individual or start to developing a separate personality. They show their true colors. That's what. Now we are coming to our third reason. They love control and complaints in free adult. Adding to what I just said, as children grow, especially between the ages of 3 and 15, they are less likely to question authority, are not ready. This phase, narcissistic parents find it easier to mold you according to their image, may be mistaken for founding, but it is more about control and compliance. They choose what you study, they choose school you go, everything is their own control. Whatever you are doing, you are coming to your home and eating something, what food you are eating, it's all about their favorites. You can understand the level of narcissism. Wherever you want to study, that also their suggestions, everything their suggestion, what you going to study, what you are you going, or you cannot, you don't have any choice, all of their choice. They choose your friends, everything is shaped by them. You do not have any identity of you, you become an extension of theirs. If you try to express your individuality, your separation, you will seen as a trouble, and that alarm will come to their head soon. So their attack start to begin in that time. So that is third reason. Now we are coming to fourth reason. Their love is very unconditional, not unconditional, it's very conditional. Between narcissistic parent and child is conditionally of love. Attention, because if a parent supposed to show unconditional positive regards towards a child doesn't mean unconditionally enabling, of course not. Actually, for common people, they have the parent child relationship is like unconditional because no conditionality between them. It's like parent child relation, this very good parenting. So in case of, it's not enabling everything, it's not like that. I'm saying that unconditionally you are loving someone. That is the good parenting or good parenting technique. So in case of narcissist, they doesn't know for conditioning. They doesn't know unconditional things. They only knows to conditional. Yeah. That's what. So they are, but love of narcissistic parent is transaction hard on performance. Narcissistic parent is everything they are seeing on the performance of you. You are only them see so deserving of their love. That is when you get their positive attention. If not, you are devalued. You are eventually discarded. You are not there. You are not their expectation means you become devalued in your family, you become eventually discarded. I think you people can understand what I'm saying. That's what happening in narcissistic family. Now we are coming to fifth point. They utilize children as a leverage. Narcissists use children as pawns to manipulate the situations. Yes, for manipulating is the main tactic of narcissistic people. So even for children, they use this technique. For children as a manipulation thing, they are making like that. So children are placed in the center of the adult issues because they are very young. They can't handle those situations, but they just make them in the center of the adult issues. They become therapists, mediators, and carrier of that burden. That's what happening in case of narcissistic people. They revolve conflicts when they do not have any skills to do so. They make you as a pawn against other parent. Yes, if you are another parent also narcissist, then you are trapped. Of course you are trapped. If you are not getting another parent is a narcissistic parent, you just make more contact with that parent, and what that narcissistic parent is telling, don't give your ears to them. That's what happening. If your both parents are narcissists, you are trapped. I should say, I have to say that because it's like a hell, because you do not have anyone. They make use you to punish other parent. Most of the cases they make you as a manipulating tool. So they make you to use you to punish other parent. Maybe he is not or she is not a narcissistic, but still they make us like that. Most of the cases you may not even know you are using by someone. You wake up later. Yeah, that's what happening. Earlier stage we are unaware of things, and we doesn't know, children doesn't know what is happening in family. But in case after using by someone, you will wake up, and later down the line when the damage is already been done. Yeah, that's what happening. Already that damage is happened, later we wake up, no use at all. That's what. Now we are coming to our sixth point. You are used to display a perfect family image. Narcissist parents are deep seated, need to portray an image of perfect family. Yeah, that's what I first reason I told already. Perfect family. This they need a perfect family. That's why they need children. They doesn't have any connection with that children, but still they want children because of that perfect image. This lead to fixate in forms of children appearance, manners, achievements as a reflection of their parenting. So this focus on images rather than substance result in relationship devoid of genuine emotional depth. This selective of children lead to creation of that's what that I will discuss now. Now we are coming to this point. So in case of perfect family, what we need, the appearance. The children should be appear like very nice, so dressing, even their features, everything should be good. Manners, achievements, then only narcissist will impress that children. So otherwise you will be every time blaming, you will get that blames, torturing everything from your narcissistic parent. This focus on images rather than substance result in relationship devoid of genuine emotional depth. So now however that family is going like this, anyhow it will that narcissists make one classification in among the children, that is lead to creation of scapegoat child. What is scapegoat child and black sheep and golden child, three type of children will the creation will form. So that scapegoat child will be the discarded form. So that I will say golden. First, I will say golden child. Golden child will be become the very keep on high standard, or try to be chase golf. Those child will be the golden child. It is the perfect for children for a narcissistic favorite child of narcissist. That will be golden child. Become narcissist, they become narcissists eventually later. Now we are coming to a scapegoat child. Scapegoat child is not perfect as narcissistic that golden child. They become they become getting more hate, more abandonment, more blaming, everything they, this child will get more. Now we are going to then other one is black sheep. So they are not fair in parenting. Narcissists, they are not fair in parenting. They doesn't treat everyone equally. Now we are coming to seventh point. They expand a favoritism and create a rift among siblings. Even children, they make rift through manipulation. Narcissistic parents favors one child, that is a golden child, over the other, using favorite child as an ally to manipulate and control the siblings. This favoritism is rarely based on genuine affection, but it means to maintain dominance and control within the family structure. uh, that's what it all about. They are puppeteers and you are puppets, so everybody is dancing on their whims. So that's what it's functioning all their will, but nobody knows it except scapegoat child. Scapegoat child is getting more abusive, abuses more, distraction, everything is getting scapegoat child. So but nobody other family members, they doesn't know. what is happening in the family. More parent narcissistic, then conclusion we can say is narcissist parent doesn't love their child, and they doesn't care about their child. That's what today's episode. Bye. I think you found it helpful. Please subscribe my channel, thumbs up, and share your thoughts and ideas. That's what. Bye. Please comment below. Bye.